So, hello everybody, welcome back. Second video on food. If you haven't watched the first one, you might want to go back and try to look at it because this one then it might not make sense. I try to make them the best that I can, but sometimes, it's just that I have to make them into two videos, sometimes three videos. I try to make them separate so that they can make sense if you watch only one, but anyway. So, before I continue, I wanted to remind you that down below is my email in case that you want to help me out by sending an Amazon gift card. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And again, I'm going to continue with the universal things and then I'm going to be kind of specific. Remember, universal means for the three types of people. The people that can cook, the people that cook, and the people that can do it in a war kind of level. So anyway, universal for the three of them. As I said before, you want to have the things in your the food related things or food things like coffee and stuff like that. You want to have them in the EDC, in the bogan bag, in the car, in the office, and your house or apartment or whatever, and all these places. Now, what you want to have also in these places is things for cooking, meaning fire. The first thing that you're really going to have to deal with is fire. Because, this is important. Now, however, are you going to make fires to cook? The answer is no. No, you're not. Let me explain this. Most people think that during hard times, you are going to have to cook with fire all the time and outside all the time and stuff like that. And that is true for mostly, and I do mean mostly, for the people who are in the countryside. And people who are in the countryside are already dealing with this in another way, which is they are building with cement, they are building kitchens that are equipped to deal with this so that they don't have to do this in a very labor kind of way. So, what people will do if they can and if they are able to, in order for them to save a lot of work and a hell of a lot of things, including people that, can't cook at all or whatever, is you will get a rice cooker. That's like the first basic thing. A cooker, a rice cooker, and a blender. Those are the two things that are like non-negotiable. When you have the rice cooker, you learn how the hell to make all kinds of rice with everything on it. And then, you can buy recipes on, books and stuff, or you can just use the ones that are in the manual, or you can watch YouTube videos because even people that cannot cook can use that. And that will save you time, and if you, and they will last kind of long because, quite frankly, I had three types of rice cooker. There are different brands, the three of them, and they all lasted me. And like I said before, I am a heavy user and I am a user of electrical things because they are meant to be used by, people that don't know nothing about these things. So, oh hell, I can tell you right now that they last more than 1 year. And the brands, I don't recommend a particular brand because quite frankly, they are, all of them that I have used, they are good. And by the way, all of the three of them are broken. Yes, I know. But the thing is that the ones that are like very electronic kind of thing with timers and stuff, those are the ones that I have never tried. I just have the ones that are push the button, cook the thing, leave, come back, and the thing will be done. That's it. Other than that, I don't. And by the way, I like cooking in a certain way with the rice cooker, and my mother does the cooker with another kind of cooking. So every time that we cook the same thing, we are kind of fighting about it. So anyway, point being that you need to get that thing because if you can and you have electricity, that's how you cook. You try not using propane all the time. you try avoiding having to, look for wood and stuff, because looking for wood is not easy. And it is a very labor intensive kind of work, because you will be using wood a hell of a lot of time if you do not have propane. And also because the wood is different. Not all wood is equal. And not only that, but the thing is that depending upon who is using the wood, it will last longer or will not last longer, because it also has a experience thing about it. It's not the same someone who is a first timer, cooking with wood. It's not the same as someone who already knows what the hell, because that person might know how the hell to save more wood and how to use the ashes properly and stuff like that. Things that somebody that has never done this probably doesn't have a clue. So like I said, it also has experience. And the rice cooker you can use in your car, which is very, very, very important if you have inverters and stuff. So, if you ask me for the top three things that you're supposed to have in your car, I will say something like something for your coffee, tea, whatever, like making it, like actual making it. There are machines that will work that in your car, and the inverters and stuff. And then, the same thing for your kitchen and your office or whatever, because you need coffee. The most important thing is that you need something warm in your hands all the time. And that can be made by soups, by, tea, coffee, hell, for all I know, even warm water. Just plain and simple warm water or warm lemonade or something. It's just like universal. So what you want to get is those three things, like the rice cooker, the blender, and then that thing for making coffee, tea, whatever. And you can use those things in your car. So it's very important that you have something in your car that you can plug it in, whatever, and they have to be portable. Meaning you cannot get those that are like huge and you can't take them. Oh hell no! You gotta use the ones that are small and portable, because if you need to leave in a hurry, and you only have like one small bag to carry, these things, and you need to get that thing, because otherwise you will have to find a way to do this with wood and stuff. And like I said, not easy, not for everyone. And also, by the way, mostly people that are from the city and stuff, when they go to the countryside and they are taking wood and stuff, oh my God, you have no idea how many accidents these people have, starting with splinter things in your hands. Every time that you're cutting something will come out and then it will be in your hands. Oh my God, you have no idea how many injuries you will feel and have trying to get the freaking wood, especially, like I said, if you have never done it. So no, it's not like in the movies. Hell no. And like I said, not all wood will be the same, because some wood you are not able to use it for cooking because it's moldy and it is too wet and it will not catch fire and stuff like that. So no, if you don't know how to do this, then you either take a course on how to do it or something, or you watch somebody doing it, so at least you have a clue about what the hell. And like I said, you really want to try to stick to electricity. Electricity would be your first choice. Wherever you have electricity, that is your first choice. Your second choice will be propane. Like really, just propane. Any kind of propane, like small containers, like the ones that are from the camping thing, the ones that are for houses, apartment, or whatever. Again, this one will be a huge problem, because most people do not know how the hell to install a propane cylinder, and some people don't know how to connect the hoses, and when they do it, they catch fire and stuff, and this is like an explosion type of fire, and it's not like a fire that you can just plug it in with a fire blanket or something. Oh hell no, this one will be like an explosion, and once it is explosion, oh hell no, you need to leave, and it's insane. So whenever you have electricity, you do that. Whenever you have propane, you have to know how the hell to do it properly. And if you live in a building, you have to make sure that everybody knows how the hell to use propane properly if they have never used it before, because otherwise the building will be in danger. Like, my God, every single week we see one accident in one building like that. So hell no, try to avoid that. And then the third choice for you to cook will be ovens and stuff like that that are made with wood or stuff like that. And that is why, in the countryside, most people are building with cement and bricks and stuff. They are building their own ovens, their own kitchen, their stuff. There is plenty of YouTube videos on how the hell to do that. There are designs for doing this, because if you have to do this like in the movies with no structure whatsoever, not only you're going to create a hell of a lot of problems for yourself if that fire gets out of your hand, but you will also spend more resources because you don't have it protected from the wind and stuff, and the wind is going to make it last less, and then you're going to need more wood and stuff like that. So no, don't do it like in the movies. Just try to follow the lead from someone who is already doing it in the countryside, but because they are the ones that do it daily. And they are the ones that know how the hell to do it easy, because it's like hell trying to get a fire in the countryside where there is wind and rain all the time, and it is so much freaking labor work kind of thing. So that will be like the third choice. Now, in the city, when you do not have propane and you do not have electricity, which by the way will happen a hell of a lot of time, I made a video about how to cook without limited propane and stuff. You want to get one of those small stove that you can just put it there, light it, and then you cook something small. And you want to try to limit cooking. You can't cook like 20 things at once. And you can't cook more than 2 plates, because otherwise you will spend a hell of a lot of resources and a hell of a lot of time, and you don't have time for cleaning, time for doing this thing, and you don't have that much. So no, you want to try to limit things to 2 or maybe 3 tops. And you want to try to get that thing, because that thing, that thing that I showed you, that the one that has like an X, is like a circle with an X, and then you can use any kind of fuel, which is very easy, because that one you can even, you can buy the fuel tablets and stuff. The fuel tablets will last you very long if they are for, making coffee and stuff, because you only are going to use it for like 2 minutes. The water boils, that's it, you turn it off. But if you're going to use it for cooking, oh hell, the fuel tablets are going to go, like a wildfire. You will run out of the fuel tablets like insane. So if you're thinking that, the fuel tablets are going to last you 1 day or whatever, oh hell no, they're not going to last you that, unless you are like me, that you're only going to use it for coffee and you can eat everything cold or warm and you don't care. But if you want it to be, kind of warm and stuff, like my mother tries to do, because, she is very specific for my daughter, and she's very specific for her, for the diet or whatever, then you need, I would recommend getting between 3 and 4 fuel tablets for every day. Because here's the deal. If you do not spend that much, you can save it and you can trade it later on. You can give it to someone and say, I'm not going to use this. Will you please cook for me? And then give them the fuel tablet with a little bit of raw food, and then they will give you the food already cooked, which is good. So the fuel tablets, it's like, because let's say that you are, with friends and or neighbors, and your neighbor, she's like my mother. She knows how the hell to cook, but she doesn't have, fuel, and she doesn't have, a stove or anything, but she can use a fuel tablet. And then you say something like, hey, here is a pack of grains and a pack of, few tablets, like 3 or 4 or whatever, and a little bit of things for cooking. Will you please cook this for you? And then, you give me half. That's how people do it right now. Because if you have to work, or if you have to go and make a line or something, then you can't be cooking. But at the same time, the person that is going to cook for you, then they need resources. And that's how we do it. And that way, it will be kind of like that way you don't have to spend that much money, and the other person doesn't have to spend that much money and stuff like that. So this is important to understand. You try to get these resources for trading for something that you actually need later on. And this is a skill that you're going to develop slowly, because some people will be very specific about their diet and stuff, and some people do not trust other people with the cooking and stuff like that. So it's not going to be like overnight you're going to learn all these things. Oh hell no, it's going to be like a course for learning, and it's going to cost you a lot. That's why you want to take at least 3 to 4 fuel tablets daily. And let's say that you need 2 weeks, because that will be like I try to do everything for 2 weeks. I try not to do everything for more than 2 weeks, because then it's going to be a hell of a lot of trouble later on, and I'm going to explain this in a few minutes. But let me point it out this for you. If you have a hell of a lot of resources, like let's say food for 6 months, that is not bad. Okay? I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it. I'm just saying that if you have food for 6 months, but you have water for only 2 days, then you are completely off balance, because you're going to be screwed in 2 days. You know what I mean? And let's say that you have food for a year, but you ran out of soap, and now you can't clean yourself. And then you get an infection because you can't clean yourself. You know what I mean? Because you forgot about the freaking soap. So that's why you want to try to, and also because every time that you are buying something, you are taking up a space in your house or your apartment or whatever. And that space is also needed for everything else, meaning your detergents, your supplies for your kids, the supplies for trading or whatever the hell you're doing, the supplies that you're supposed to be using for your work and other stuff. So how do you deal with the food? You try to keep it as efficient as possible. And that means that you like I said, you really need to learn how to cook for war times, not cooking in normal times, because otherwise your supplies are going to be completely off limits. It's like, okay, let's say that you want to make rice and you want to make, pasta or something with whatever. And then you realize that, oh my God, I don't have salt. And then you're like, oh my God, this thing, I don't like it because it tastes bad because you forgot the salt. You know what I mean? So you need to plan things, because, also, you need to write down the top 5 things that you cannot be without in your kitchen. And this one I cannot help you, because this is personal for everybody. So for example, when we are eating, my daughter is like, where the hell is the mayo? Oh hell, and she's a kid. So whatever your kids cannot be without, oh hell, those 5 things, you try to stock a month minimum. And every day you try to check that you have at least 1 month or maybe 3 months of that. I can't be without coffee, then buy coffee for a hell of a lot of time. You can't be without, I don't know, for me, for example, it's ketchup. Ketchup and soy sauce. Oh my God, I swear to God, we can have caviar in my kitchen. And if we don't have ketchup, I go crazy. I go like my mom. And I swear to God, I will probably trade the freaking caviar for the ketchup, because the ketchup is more important to me than the caviar thing. So whatever it is that is very important to you, then that is something that you really, really need to get for at least 6 months, that one. So for me, it's ketchup and soy sauce, like I said. There are other people. My daughter is mayo. Oh my God, she cannot be without mayo. She will put mayo on almost everything with another things that my mom makes or whatever. But the point is that my daughter can't be without that thing. So I have to make sure that we have mayo. And all the other things are like, yeah, we can eat anything, we can do whatever. But without mayo, my daughter goes, are we poor? And I swear she asked us the other day when I didn't put the mayo. She was like, are we poor now? We cannot afford mayo. And oh my God, when something like that happens, you are going to go insane. And this is why I said 80% of people, that includes me, will go ballistic on whoever is trying to come up with the money and stuff like that. In this case, I'm the one who is supposed to be doing that, because I am a single person. And oh hell, it will make you depressed, it will make you anxious, it will make you very, very, very bad and go crazy. So no, try to maintain the poverty at limit. And the poverty means is, if for you being poor means no ketchup and no soy sauce, oh hell, try to buy that thing for at least a year. I will say 6 months to a year, but okay, if you can buy a year, you try to get a freaking year of that thing. And that is like universal. Like I said, in the other videos, it's very important that you also understand this topic about food, which is something that most people will not tell you unless you're experiencing, and then you're going to be in hell. And it is the fact that you are going to have to learn how the hell to know if the food that you're buying is actually the food that you're buying. Let me explain this to you. Let's say, because this is actually what happened. The first week that we ran out of products and stuff like that, and people were going insane and making lines and stuff, the first thing that disappeared, the first 5 things were coffee, sugar, milk, powdered milk and stuff like that, formula, whatever milk has, and oil. Now, what happens is that people, a week after this, and people realize that, oh hell, I can make a lot of money, by counterfeiting these things. People started recycling and making their own packages and stuff, and they started counterfeiting coffee. So this meant 3 things. That you needed to get coffee from a place that actually you trusted, like the supermarket, which means that you will have to pay a hell lot of price if it is like imported or something. So let's say that you spent $1 in coffee right now. Yeah, that week you're going to spend $4. Because you have to get it imported, because otherwise you have to make the line, and the line is going to cost you 2 days of your freaking life, because that means that you will have to be there from the night before that, on the day that you're supposed to be buying, and then you might even have to, and you don't even know if you are going to get coffee. So hell no, it's a gamble. So now the coffee is going to cost you from $1, $4 is going to cost you. Now, the second thing it means means that you need to find a coffee someplace else. This means that there is people that saved a hell of a lot of coffee and sugar and others, and they can sell it to you, but they are not legal sources. Meaning, okay, I have this thing, so I am making a garage sale, and in my garage sale, I am selling all of the coffee that I have, and I am selling, old clothes and stuff, and I am just going there and, yeah, kind of like that. So basically, you will have to go through your neighborhood and find out where the hell somebody has coffee, or have a friend that will sell you the coffee, or I don't know. I mean, there are people that will sell you the coffee, or you can find someone who sells you the coffee already made, like a bakery, or Starbucks or whatever, stuff like that. That means that you cannot get the coffee exactly like you want it, or you cannot make it, or whatever. It's going to be more expensive. The third choice is, okay, you get to a guy who will supply you with the freaking coffee, but the deal is that, he will supply you. Let's say that the imported one is going to cost you $4, so this guy is going to sell you the coffee for $2, so you're saving half of the price. But here's the deal. When you open the coffee, like I said, this will be street vendors, because that is the black market. You're going to be in the black market, basically in the street. You will be like, this guy in Facebook is selling the freaking coffee, so I am meeting him on the mall and I'm buying him the coffee. But I got it from Facebook, kind of thing. So it's not a legal source, it's a black market thing. And they are charging you double the price, but it's not as expensive as the imported one in the supermarket. So you're kind of like, oh hell, I need to save the money, so whatever. And then you open the package and you go home. And you open the package. And when you open the package, yeah, the coffee doesn't smell like coffee. I mean, it smells like coffee, but it smells weird. Yeah, that is because it is other kinds of coffee, mostly, mixed with baked beans and stuff. And it's, oh hell, it's bad. Like really bad. And now people who have allergies or gluten problems or whatever are drinking this coffee, and then they go, oh my god, I need to go to the doctor or something because I am bloated, I am throwing up, I can't, this thing, it's like, ugh. Or other people like me, if you're healthy and generally speaking you are okay, you will be like, oh my god, what the hell? You're going to probably throw up just because of the coffee, is the taste or whatever. But they will also mix it with more sugar and other stuff. And if you're diabetic, now the thing has sugar in it, and it's like brown sugar thing, and now it will get you into a hell of a lot of problems with your insulin and stuff, and then it will go bad. Now, this is not going to happen to everyone, but you have like 50-50 chance. So 50-50 chance you will find someone that will sell you coffee that is counterfeited, sugar that is counterfeited. Oh my god, and if your sugar is counterfeited, you are going to go to the hospital and you might even die. I'm not freaking joking. I wish I was, because the people, when they want the freaking sugar, there is a kind of sugar that they put into Coca-Cola and other things that is like 10 times more sugar taste like thing, but it's like they use very very little in the products that they are making. It's like an industrial kind of sugar. And some people will actually go to their works and they will steal that thing and they will pack it and then they will sell it like commercial kind of sugar for you. And now that kind of sugar, like I said, instead of you using this amount of sugar, which is the usual amount, if you use that is the amount of sugar that you're actually getting, and it is very 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 bad. So you need to try to avoid that. But if you're desperate and there has been no sugar in the market for 6 months, which by the way, that happened to us, there was a time in which finding coffee, it will take you 7 months. 7 freaking months to try to find coffee in your supermarket. 7 months. Now, if you're a person like my mother that can be without coffee, oh my god, But like I said, I am a tea person that I don't care. But then again, if I am without ketchup, oh hell. So like I said, each person will be there with their own preference and stuff, and you need to figure out which is why. And and by the way, the oil. Now you need to figure out how the hell you can prove if the oil that you are getting is actually brand new oil or it is reused oil. So counterfeited oil is going to be a little bit more tricky, because what they do is that, let's say that you use the oil in your kitchen, you fried something, then you strain it, and then you put it back in the package, and then you sell it like if it was new. So basically you are buying oil that is now being used by somebody else, and when you're trying to use it, is reused kind of oil. So you need to learn the tricks of how the hell to know, if this thing is good, or if this thing has been, bad, whatever. Oh my god. And you learning that is going to take several tricks and stuff, and you need to educate yourself, and it's insane about how to recognize if a product is a fake or if it's not a fake. African markets, they have 60% chance of you finding something that is counterfeited, or it is bad, and they just they erase or delete the expiration date, and then they will change it for you, and it is bad. And it's because that market, they don't have enough, and they don't have electricity, and they don't have they don't have a hell of a lot of things for food. So my god, it will be very 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 bad. So the counterfeiting of the products, it will start by 1 week after collapses happened. Like once the lines start, you have about a week so that people can realize that they can make money with this thing, and then they will find a way to print packages and stuff, which is very easy. And then, because the law agency enforcement are too busy doing something else, or they are not there anymore or whatever, they're going to get away with it very, very easy, unless they have a hell of a lot of people making the same claim to the same guy, and it will take time. So you really, really need to understand this food production and food situation is not as easy, because otherwise, most people will be used to be okay. And by the way, with the milk, it will be worse, because what they do is that they actually put construction kind of product called cal. I have no idea how the hell to say that in English. They will actually use that for milk. And then you will have kids that are now in surgery and stuff in the middle of the hospital, because you gave them milk and that wasn't milk, and the thing is now destroying their kidneys and stuff, and it's really, really bad. And if you are an elderly person, you are also in the same situation. If you're a person like me who happens to be, very healthy and stuff, you might not be in that kind of problem, but oh hell, you're going to be in trouble. So like I said, you really, really need to pick your battles, and sometimes you will have to deal with no milk, no coffee, no nothing, or you will risk it. If you risk it, you have like 50-50 chance. So you need to know who is selling you this thing from the Facebook page, who is selling you, what is the source, and all of these things, because law enforcement will go to hell, and this is going to be a huge issue. That's why most people right now, will rather just buy vegetables and stuff and learn how the hell to make your own flour, how the hell to make your own things, and then how the hell to do this and how the hell to do that. That means that you will have to buy equipment to do all of these things. You will have to invest more time, which 99% of people do not have the time, do not have the will to do this. Oh my God, come on. Because you're already having a hell of a lot of time trying to get gasoline, trying to get water, trying to get the propane, trying to get, oh my God. So that now you also need to learn how the hell to make your own flour, how the hell to make your own garden, how the hell to make own, it is going to drive you completely insane. And that is why you need that freaking team. And that is also why you really want to try to avoid this situation and try to go to the supermarkets, which means that it will be more expensive. And if you are going to be in the supermarket, like I said, outside it will cost you $2. The supermarket is going to be $4. And that is why I told you that food is not going to be such a big problem in the cities, but it is going to be a hell of a problem in the countryside. Because in the countryside, there is no way in hell that you have $4 to pay for, a can corn corn thing. Because if you are going to produce it, you can buy, 20 corns with the same price. So people are not going to buy canned food or anything like that in the countryside. But in the city, oh hell, people will pay for the $4. People don't care. And that's why, I have said all of these things in my other videos. I know I might be repeating myself all over again, so I'm sorry. But sometimes, I have to say it in case that this is the first time that somebody is watching this video. And anyway, point being, you get, like I said, universal. You buy your 5 things that you can't be without. Make sure that you have at least 1 year. Like I said, and by the way, if you are married to a particular brand, my God, if you are married to a particular brand, you are going to be in for a very rough divorce. And if you can't divorce yourself from a particular brand, you are going to be in a hell of a lot of problems. And I do mean that. So this is why you need to be in a group, like in a WhatsApp group or whatever, that they try new things, new brands for the same product. For example, we use here a hell of a lot of corn flour. Oh hell, we use that daily. If you do not have corn flour in a house in my country, that means that you're freaking, and I do mean freaking very, 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 very low kind of poor. Because that is like the basic thing, like bread for us, is the corn flour. So we used to have one brand that everybody loved, which is called Pan. But now, getting the Pan thing, oh my God, like I said, you either have to get it counterfeited or the black market, which might be counterfeited or whatever. You can make it through the line and try to make it, and they will sell you two every week if they get it through the day that you're supposed to be buying. And, it's like a hell trying to get that thing. But the point is that if you can buy corn flour that is not Pan, then you need to buy it. Because otherwise, like I said, getting the Pan is going to be a hell. And it's going to be very, very hard and difficult and stuff, and it's just insane. So what you do is you put yourself in the group, and then you say, hey, I found this brand in the supermarket. And then you take a picture. And then you ask, is this brand good? Can somebody tell me if this brand is good? Sometimes you are the one who is going to be saying, yes, it is good, or no, it is not good, or whatever. So you have to find yourself a group that you trust, that can tell you whether the certain products are good or they are too expensive, or you can find it cheaper someplace else and stuff like that. And it is going to be, like I said, a Corbin kind of experience, because not everybody knows how the hell to do this at once, like immediately, like, oh my god, oh yeah, this is going to be done in 2 minutes. Oh hell no, it's going to take a while to find people that will actually, be willing to share their experiences with you and stuff like that, because most people are like, yeah, I'm not commenting or something, because otherwise, some people might be judgy, or I'm too shy, or I don't know if my opinion is good, and it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while for people to get used to one another. Me? Oh hell no! I will tell you if I don't like it. Because that's just how I am after I met my best friend. But before my best friend, oh hell no! I'm not telling anyone. I'm not talking to anyone. Oh hell no! I'm just reading. I'm never going to say anything. But now I am, I am just saying my experiences and whatever. And if you don't like it, that's fine. We can disagree or whatever. But the point is that I'm sharing honest things, and other people will be like that with you. So you need to understand that this food topic is very wide, because it includes how you are going to eat with the nutrients and stuff, the quality, where to get it, the amount, how to store it, how to deal with the counterfeiting, how to deal with trading, how to how to deal with the cooking with no propane, how to deal with the cooking with no electricity, how to deal with the cooking when you only have wood, but at the same time you're in an apartment, and of course you're not going to build something with cement and trying to make an apartment with wood and stuff. Then you have to make it with the grill, and then you have to buy coal and stuff like that. And if you live in your car, it's going to be even bigger of a problem. That's why you really want to have the rice cooker, and that's why you really need the blender that is small and for travel and whatever. And I can't tell you about the travel blenders because I haven't buy one yet, because I don't have a hell of a lot of money to do all these things. But I'm just saying that some of my friends have done these, and it's very good. So I hope this information is helpful. I'm going to make a whole series about it, because going through the food situation is very, 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 like I said, very wide. And I hope that, this info is useful. And like I said, the first, it's very important that you understand the counterfeiting things, how to understand that they are original, how to do this and that. And, just try to print it. Like every time that you find information like that, you print it like small. And then you put it in if you use your microwave daily, you print it like 6 or 10 things, like on a square, and then you print them all, and then you put them in your microwave, and that way you remember, hey, for checking the oil, if it is, original or not, whatever, you do this. For checking the eggs, you do this. For checking the coffee, you do this. For checking this or that, and and that way you can also be educating yourself and educating others on how to deal with counterfeited products that have to do with the food, because it is going to be a hell, and I do mean a hell of a problem, if you do not know how to do this, because you can actually be in the hospital. And for all I know, I have known people that have told me that there are people dying because of counterfeited products. It's not a game. And you need to understand this, and you need to get ahead of this thing before it actually hits you. Especially if you are gluten kind of person like my mother, or you have allergies to sulfites and stuff like that, or if you are a maniac about coffee. So, just letting you know. So I'm sorry it takes so long. So anyway, bye.